Hey, it's Michelle at Counseling Recovery, and today I want to talk about finding your voice because I know that can be a real challenge in codependency recovery or in any recovery. Because most of the time when we don't have a voice, it's for a very good reason. It's because staying quiet in our childhood kept us safe from abuse, from being blamed or yelled at. So it served us for a really long time until it didn't. And that's kind of the process of recovery, is that a behavior works until it no longer works and it starts to hurt. So finding your voice starts with acknowledging why you don't have one. And, so it's really not about beating yourself up for not having one. It's about acknowledging why. And it's perfectly understandable that finding a voice is really, really hard when you have a dysfunctional childhood. So part of what I want you to do is be really gentle on yourself around that, because that's always the first step in change, is to just acknowledge, hey, this is where I'm stuck, and it's okay because this is probably going to make sense in terms of your overall story. So, because if I sat down with you and talked to you for a few minutes, I would probably validate for you really quickly that it makes sense why finding your voice is difficult. So what do you do now? So at this point, my guess is that some of you are able to talk honestly with some people, the people who love you, the people who are super safe, and finding your voice is probably started to happen at least a little bit with the people who are super safe. But for the people who are really challenging for you, those are probably the ones that you're going to get to last. And that makes sense because fear tends to prevent us from change and keeps us quiet. So it's really okay to just be where you're at with this issue, because as long as you stay in the process of recovery, you are going to find your voice. You probably have more of a voice today than you did 5 months ago or 5 years ago if you're in long-term recovery. But part of this is really honoring where you're at. Now, if you want to cultivate your voice, one thing you can do is start to acknowledge your voice within yourself. And what I mean by that is when you start recovery, sometimes we're so focused on pleasing other people that that's the first thing that needs to shift, is our focus needs to be on ourselves. So you may need to start asking yourself, what do I think? What are my opinions? What's important to me? Because that's how you start to find your voice, is to just find out what are those things that are important to you. And sometimes in recovery, that takes a while, because if you're used to caretaking and helping and focusing on other people, focusing on yourself is going to feel really foreign at first. And that's okay. So that's really your first step, is even if that's all you do, honoring your own voice and your own opinions by being in prayer or by writing them down in a journal, or just sitting with yourself and really acknowledging out loud exactly how you feel, or if something's bothering you, that it's okay that something's bothering you. You're not too sensitive. You're not being wrong or silly. It's just how you feel. Because that's how we honor our voice, is to just allow it to be. We can't find our voice and then beat ourselves up for the voice we have. That doesn't work really well. It's really about being non-judgmental towards yourself and honoring whatever shows up, whether it's anger, whether it's hurt, whether it's rage, whatever. It's really the process of recovery is honoring where you're at today. And that includes our feelings. So I hope this has been helpful for you today. I am going to link the journal prompts to my codependency prompts that are for self-care, setting boundaries. I'm also going to link to my Taming Your Anger 4-week class, because I'm hosting another one February 25th, and it's 4 weeks on Zoom. And if you're having trouble with your feelings, whether it's anger or whether it's stuffing your feelings, this class can really be beneficial. So I'm going to leave that link here too, or you can go to my website, counselingrecovery.com, and check me out there. I have lots of free resources for you. Okay, see you later.